So today we're replacing the battery in the first generation Lenovo Thinkpad tablet. The battery life has just gone down so much and we just can't use the tablet anymore, so we need to replace the battery. And to do that, we need to get the tablet open and to see which model number of battery we're using. I seem to find it very hard to find which exactly model number of battery is in this tablet. So before I order one on eBay, have eBay open here, I want to check the model number inside the case to make sure. So to do that, to open up this case, it's fairly straightforward. The first thing you have to do is pop off this back button. So I've already done that. You just have to pry it off with your fingers from below. You just pull it off. Do it nice and carefully. It'll just pop off. Underneath, I've actually taken them all out already, but there'll be two screws. You can see them here. That'll be on either side of these little press buttons things. So just use a small screwdriver and take those out. And then the next step here is probably the most daunting for most people. It's actually snapping off the screen from the rest of the body. The way you do it is you try and pry your fingers in, your fingernail if you can. Try and get some opening on the side, one of the longer sides. And I had a few different tools that I used. Definitely don't use a metal edge, don't use a screwdriver. The first thing I tried, this is a gasket scraper from engine building. And so it's plastic and it has a sharp edge. So I tried shoving that in there and just trying to get this to pop open a little bit. And then once I had enough space, I just used a plastic spoon. So this is a spoon from Yogurt's. Anyway, it's just a hard plastic spoon. It's not going to damage the plastic here or the glass or anything like that. And just shove it in there. You'll hear a pop. These are actually like pop rivet kind of things. So as you're sliding this along, you'll hear pops. And those are just the things, the connectors separating and meant to make that noise. And so you just slide it along and try and pop it all along one edge. And then once you've finished that, you can actually open up the unit completely. So all you need to do is take out two screws and then have some plastic edges to try and pop off the screen. Again, it took me about a couple minutes. If you do it carefully, there should be no problem. And what we're looking at here is replacing the battery, which is going to be this large, skinny black unit right here. So I can't see the model number on this side, so I'm going to need to remove the battery to check the model number. And to do that, it looks like I'm going to have to peel back some tape. I'm going to have to remove these two ribbon connectors. Looks like there's a couple screws that hold the battery in place. Again, this is the first time I've done this, so this shows you how easy it is. Never having done this before, it took me a couple minutes to get this open, and I'll take this out. I need both hands, so I'm going to take this out and then show you guys what to do, and then show you the model number, and we can get up to fixing this tablet. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so we have the battery out. It was fairly straightforward. You need to peel back this rubber. You need to remove these two ribbon connectors, and the way you do that is these little white gates here, you just lift them up and then the ribbon connectors will just pull out. So you do that for each one of these two ribbon connectors, you slide them out. They'll be taped onto the battery, so you just have to peel them back. And then the battery is held in by 4 screws, so pretty much one at each corner. And you take those out, and then the battery will, you can start to pull it out. The battery is actually connected to the circuit board through a connector right here, which you can just pull out. It's this tiny little connector right here. This little unit will start to flap around because that's actually held in by the same screw that holds the battery in. But yeah, so just a couple of little things you got to pull back, and 4 screws, and now we have the battery out. We can take a look at the part number. It looks like 42 T4965. or $4,966. So I was actually going to be buying the 6.3 model because that's what the internet recommended, but it looks like this one's a little bit different, so I'm glad I checked this. So I can go ahead and order this battery as a direct replacement, and then reassembly will be exactly the opposite of removal. So just put it back in, 4 screws, put these connectors back in, make sure everything's nice and tidy, put the screen back, it'll snap into place, put the 2 long screws in, and then put the back button, snap that back on, and that's it. That's as easy as it was to do a battery replacement on the first generation Thinkpad tablet. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this. It took me maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes total to figure it all out and to perform it. So now we're going to go ahead and buy this battery. It looks like it's going to be about $60. Much cheaper than having to buy a whole new tablet if your battery is crapping out. So good luck and have fun.